All right, so on the plate for us this week is ethical libertarianism. If you took Philosophy 10, you may have studied a theory called metaphysical libertarianism. Metaphysical libertarianism is the theory that you and I possess agency. That is to say that when we look at reality, when we examine reality and all of the things that exist in it, when we see burritos and students and lava lamps and ping pong paddles, we'll also see as an actually existing feature of reality free will. The idea that you and I have the ability to evaluate the options that are available to us and then freely select from among those options, that we get to choose what we do. In opposition to metaphysical libertarianism is the theory of determinism. And determinism says, hey, you may feel free, but you're not actually free. Feeling free is not the same thing as being free. That these decisions that you think you're freely making are actually determined by the total set of biological, psychological, physiological circumstances that exist at the moment you thought you were making that decision. And so for the determinist, moral responsibility isn't really a meaningful concept, right? Because if the actions that I take were actions that were determined by forces that are beyond my control, how can you praise or blame me for what I do? But metaphysical libertarianism does accept the idea of moral responsibility because metaphysical libertarianism said, hey, you didn't have to do what you did, but I'm glad that you did, or I'm mad that you did. I'm glad or mad that you made that choice. Now, ethical libertarianism is different from metaphysical libertarianism. Ethical libertarianism is an ethical theory that really highly prizes individual autonomy, individual liberty. The ethical libertarian wants there to be the freedom for every individual to decide what the good life looks like for them, what they value, what they do, how they live, what they aspire to. And really important to the ethical libertarian is bodily autonomy. Ownership of your body, ownership of the fruits of the labor that you receive using your body. These are things that are really important to the ethical libertarian. All right, so you're going to begin with a couple of chapters out of Justice. They're wild chapters. Some of the examples here are really going to push us to the limit here. And of course, you've gotten used to this routine. You have a quiz on those chapters, so you should probably have that quiz open as you're doing your reading. And then as your thought primer questions, you've got a questionnaire here that's linked, and you'll open it up, and there's a number of different scenarios that you're going to respond to. And as you write as you decide how you're responding to these different scenarios, yes or no, be thinking a little bit about, well, why are you responding in the way that you are? Because you're then going to watch some videos where we're going to go over those scenarios and we're going to explain how an ethical libertarian would address these scenarios that you've already responded to. And that'll help give you a sense of whether or not ethical libertarianism is a theory that resonates with you. All right. So you've got your thought primer questions that you're going to submit to me via the Thought Primer 5 assignment page. And then, of course, you're going to motor on over to the discussion board and participate in this week's PINS discussions. As always, if anything comes up that I can help with or you want to chat, just shoot me an email.